What is going on internet? This is JD coming at you with another video from Redskins Rant. Hail to the Redskins. It's moving day for me. Moving down to Springfield, Virginia. Opening a new office there, so exciting day for me. Exciting day for the Redskins. Got to go after the Cowboys. I wanted to talk a little bit about, well, first I did want to announce I am moving to the area, so I'm coming down there. Really excited about that. Real excited to be down there. I'm living in Pittsburgh right now, so I'm surrounded by Steeler idiots. No, I'm just kidding. Steeler fans. Really good. I'm going to say this. I mean, I don't like the Steelers, but their fan base is very passionate. They have a very strong, very passionate fan base. But moving down to D.C. So that I can, like, you know, well, I'm working there, but I'm excited about being close to my team, being able to actually catch a couple games. So really excited about that. What I want to talk about is the things the Redskins got to fix and things the Redskins got to do to get better. Redskins, first off, we have a solid defense. I'm very confident in our defense. I mean, we had one game this year where we kind of wet the bed. I mean, it happened to be, I think there was a turning point in the game, honestly, where we actually were doing pretty good defensively. We get Drew Brees sacked, and then we got some kind of unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And then they just blew the lid off the game. Just blew the lid off of it. We couldn't hang anymore. So I'm not going to take that game too much to heart. I mean, it happens. That's one of those games where I used to coach high school basketball and a little bit of football. That's one of those games where you take that game film and you might take one or two things away from it, but you basically just throw it in the trash can. Like, guys, that game happened. Okay, let's forget about it. Let's get back to the basics. Let's not harp on this loss because this was like an aberration. We're not this bad. Okay, so that's one of those games where I think we do that. But I will say the Redskins bounced back pretty solid. We finally beat Cam Newton. I can't remember the last. I don't think we've ever beat Cam Newton prior to this year. Well, we finally beat. I can't remember the last time we beat the Carolina Panthers, to be honest. We almost did a couple years ago when they went like 15-1 and went to the Super Bowl. We got very close then. Some dumb penalty. Apparently, it was like a sports-like conduct on like a pick six or something. Cost us the game, and it was a turning point in the game for me, in my opinion. We'll say this about the Redskins: this is what we need to do, and I've noticed a trend that we're doing right now. Redskins will put up like 20 points in the first half, or 24 points in the first half, or something like that, and then the second half we lay an egg. We get very predictable. We get very passive. We just play not to lose. And we need to play to win. We need to play with the intent to actually put our foot on the enemy's throat and stomp their life out of them. Okay? That's the way the Redskins have to actually play this game out. That's the best formula for success for us. I know it sounds very, what's the word I'm thinking of? It sounds like kind of messed up the way I'm saying it. But that's exactly how you got to do it. I mean, you got to go for the kill and you got to go for it early. Take the life out of them. Don't give them a chance to come back. Okay, you just can't do that. The defense, I thought, stepped up and closed the game. Okay, if the offense just gets one more touchdown, clutch kick by Hopkins, by the way, clutch kick. We really just have to do one or two things. The defense, in my opinion, is doing very well. The defense, they're stepping up. They're making plays. They're stopping other teams when they need to. Josh Norman had a hell of a game. You know, one pick, and then a forced fumble. You know, we get that today. I think we're gonna have a pretty good success today. Today is Sunday, the Cowboys game. We do that today, we're gonna have a lot of success. Okay, really excited about that. I'm really excited about what we're potentially going to have going forward with the Redskins. The defensive line is doing great. The linebackers are playing good. I mean, across the board, our defense is like really. If we stay healthy, we have a top 10 defense, and I think we'll be top 10 all year. And we're hitting a spot on our schedule where we can literally run together a lot of good wins. Lot of wins. Is Atlanta unbeatable? Fuck no, they're not. Is Houston unbeatable? No. Who else are we playing in this stretch? Giants. Cowboys are in this mix. Definitely Atlanta. I'm trying to think of one more. There's one more team I'm missing in this mix. I know there's one more team I'm missing. Maybe the Titans. That might be one of the teams in this mix. Next, like 4 or 5 games. These are. If we had some better coaching, we'd be 5-1 right now. Okay, well right now we're 3-2. or 4-2. I don't know. We only lost 2, right? Yeah. We lost to the Colts and we lost to the Panthers. Okay. Now here's something I want to get mad about for 2 seconds. I'm going to go off on a tangent. I fucking hate the power rankings on NFL Network. The NFL power rankings are the dumbest goddamn thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. Here's why they're stupid. Okay? The NFL, or the NFL power rankings that they have 2 teams ranked ahead of us in the power rankings that, I don't want to put this, that we beat. They have Green Bay ranked above us in the power rankings. Okay, and they also have the Carolina Panthers. How do you put it? They got teams that have worse records ahead of us, and I think it's just bullshit. And I get it. I'm probably overreacting because there's just a bunch of people that are just very biased towards like these big name teams like the Cam Newtons and the Aaron Rodgers. I get that, but I don't think the Redskins are number 16th in the league. I think we're a little bit higher than that. I don't say we're top 10. Okay, I think we are should be ranked a little bit higher than Green Bay and the Panthers. Just gonna throw that out there a little bit. Maybe the loss of the Colts is weighing us down because the Colts are like 1-5. But I mean, maybe. But we also got our asses whipped by the Saints, and I mean, Saints are a good team, right? So I don't know. But that kind of irritates me a little bit. How we're getting like punished because other teams, we're getting put lower than 2 teams we've beaten, and we have pretty much the same record, if not a better. We have a better record than the Packers. The Packers are 3-2-1, and I think the Panthers are 3-2 as well. So by default, if you're looking at records, you should be above that team because you beat them, right? That's just the way I see it. So anyway, sorry. Now here's what the Redskins have to. We have to fix this. So I don't know how we're going to do it mid-season, but we got to fix this. Our receivers suck dick. They really do. They're horrible. They are god-awful. Crowder's injured. He's probably our best receiver. I think Dotson's injured. I mean, Dotson may not be in. I don't know. Paul Richardson's got something wrong with him. I mean, we had a bunch of good rookies that we could have played, but I think some of them are in. I think Mo Harris is back. The best receivers we have are tight ends and running backs. That's how bad our receiving core is. We really have to fix this. I mean, I would like us to fix it now, but obviously it's mid-season. You can't just go out and sign quality good receivers and expect to have success like right away. It's not going to happen. So it's going to have to be built in the off season. So we're going to have to try to do that. But what we really need to do is the Redskins need to get into an offensive scheme where we're pounding the ball and then we're hitting our tight ends with short passes and still use Paul Richardson to stretch him deep. And then when Crowder gets back, we really need to utilize the weapons we have. We can't just try to, force a round or a square peg into a round hole. We can't do that. We have to use the talent we have. So if all we have is 2 solid tight ends and 2 good running backs and maybe like 1 or 2 receivers, guess what? Run 2 tight end sets with receivers split out and then just pound the ball and then run little play action, little bootlegs, naked bootlegs to like tight ends and stuff. Use the RPO to your advantage. That's the one that I can recommend. We can't just we can't force Alex Smith to throw the ball to people who aren't open. Okay? And that's the other problem we're having right now is our offensive line is really sucking dick at blocking. Last year we had issues run blocking. This year we have issues pass blocking. I wish we just get it together and just be a good offensive line. Run blocking this year has been great. Okay? It's been fantastic this year, but Alex Smith will get into his second step on a third step drop, and he's already got the pocket collapsing on him. And Dallas has a solid defensive line. They're going to come after us today. They're going to come after us. We got to keep them off their heels, run screens, run draws, play action, things like that. We got to slow down that pass rush from Dallas. Okay, but we can definitely beat this game. I don't take too much out of the fact that they beat Jacksonville with a quarterback passing for only 160 yards. Okay, there's not much I take out of that game. Okay, Jacksonville has not been good all year. They had one good game really where they played against the Patriots, and the Patriots were, had injuries and they hadn't had Julian Edelman back, and they were still just kind of finding themselves. And then so that I don't consider Jacksonville too good this year. They have a great defense, but it hasn't showed up yet this year. So I don't take that too hard. And then there's a third problem I have with the Redskins need to fix. I like Alex Smith. I truly do. I think he's much better at taking care of the football, but he has to be able to score. He has to score if the Redskins want to have success. If the Redskins want to have success this year, Alex Smith has to be able to put points on the board. Now, if he has to scramble and do it, if he has to pass and do it, I'm not asking him to go out and put up 400 yards a game and get 3 or 4 touchdowns. But Alex Smith has to be able to put up between 250 and 300 yards, and he has to be able to put at least 1 or 2 touchdowns on the board by himself. If running backs get a couple touchdowns, that's great too. Okay, but he has to be able to put 2 touchdowns on the board with about between 200 and 300 yards passing with no turnovers. If he does that, I think that's a formula for winning, because Thompson's going to get touchdowns. Peterson's going to get touchdowns. We got a pretty good kicker, Dustin Hopkins. I think he might have missed 1 kick today or this year, maybe an extra point or something, but I don't think he's missed that many kicks. So we have a solid kicker who doesn't miss, good kicks, and we can just move the ball and control the clock. We put ourselves in a better position, because if we're comparing Dak Prescott to Alex Smith is the better quarterback. Okay? Now, right now, the Redskins and the Cowboys are kind of in the same situation where our receiving cores are not very good. They're not very good. Our running backs are pretty solid. We have 2 running backs that are solid. They only have 1. Our running backs are pretty solid, and we both have good defenses. So something's got to give. Either we're going to actually open up the playbook a little bit, we're going to actually get the passing game going a little bit, or we're going to pound the rock, and it's going to be a close-fought game, because both teams have solid defenses, and both teams are good running, and both teams aren't going to try to pass the ball much. So my prediction today, I think the Redskins are going to win. It's going to be a tight game. It's going to be like 17-14 or 20-14 or 20-17, something like that. I want the Redskins to win. I want us to just take a commanding lead of the division. Okay? I think the Giants are going to lose today. I think the Giants, one more loss and they're out of it. They're gone. So I think they're going to lose today. I don't remember who the Eagles play. I really hope they lose, though. I don't remember who they play. I wish I remember who they play. Shoot. I don't remember who they play. But that's what I expect from the Redskins today. Going forward, we have to be able to score in the second half. So that's the 3 things we got to do. Score in the second half. Okay? Control the clock. Play defense. Offensive line's got to protect Alex Smith. Okay? Now, also, here's another thing that we don't do very well. We don't always make adjustments. The Redskins have to make adjustments at halftime and every time they come off the field, and adjust what the defense is doing. Okay? If they're blitzing, if they're coming off the edge and they're brushing 4 guys and getting the quarterback, guess what? We can't run 4 guys in the passing routes or 5 guys in the passing routes. We got to have someone hang back to help block. That's all there is to it. It's plain and simple. Okay. Nothing else. I'm so excited to be moving down this area. I'm opening my own business. It's a marketing firm. Other than that, though, my name is JD. This is Redskins Rant. Hail to the Redskins. See you guys.